guys, it's Tilly. Welcome to a new week of training for my first Ironman. We are 4 months out Ironman Barcelona and I can't train anymore. Where should I start? I think last week, guys, you all saw that I went for this new amazing bike that you can see at the back, and I was so excited to go out and train. Bought it on Friday. That was actually over 10 days ago. And on Saturday, I went on a little ride with my road bike. And after that, I started having chest pain, which was a little bit anxiety-inducing, I have to say, because anything chest-related, you're always like thinking, oh, that's odd. And look, sometimes I have intercostal pain, and it just didn't feel the same. Went to bed and thought, oh, that is going to, get better with a little bit of rest. I woke up to feeling like I'm going to have a heart attack. Spent my Sunday in ED. What a good place to be on a Sunday. You definitely don't want to be there on a Sunday. Anyway, got a series of tests, echocardiogram, blood test, x-rays, and they found that I had a pericarditis. It sounds scarier than it actually is, I assure you. But it was really annoying. Basically what happened, I was sick, I got a little bit of a virus, and I don't know what, I think a lot of endurance athletes and people that train hard for their goal have this kind of mindset where, well, it's gonna get better, it's in my head, I'm feeling a little bit meh, but I can still train surely, I'm just going to take it easy. So that's what I did, I just kept training. I was like, oh, I'm going to take it easy, but I'm still going to train. Really worst decision I could have done. Because basically what the doctor explained to me is that I trained with the virus that was not gone, and that just created this inflammation in my pericardium, which is the tissue around your heart. So the main thing was to make sure that my heart was healthy. So did more echocardiograms, saw the cardiologist, more blood tests this week. And my heart is in perfect condition, which is the most reassuring and the best news I could have had. But the inflammation in the pericardium was still quite bad, so I had to take 15 days off, completely off training, and trying to do only things that don't get my heart rate to rise. But because of the inflammation, my heart rate was basically rising in anything. Like a walk would get my heart rate to rise. So I didn't do much, actually did nothing. I did some clay, some painting, some baking, realized I'm not a baker and I'm not an artist either, so I must get back onto those strong legs and on my bike as soon as possible, because I have absolutely no future in that. Anyway, a week of relaxing and recovering. The only thing is I have the feel that the clock is ticking now. It is 4 months, so it was a little bit of getting to learn how to manage my frustration when I really wanted to train, but I know I just couldn't. And that would have been the worst thing I could have done, just training on that, potentially making it worse, even maybe getting injured and just pushing and setting it back even more. So 2 weeks of doing nothing, which is hard when you have the level of energy I constantly have. Anyway, we are almost done. I have done more blood tests that came back yesterday, and the inflammation has gone down. I've been cleared to start training again from next week, which is the best news ever. Just building back progressively though, and really paying attention to the symptoms. So if there is one take home for you guys, if you got a virus, just really be mindful of it, because I didn't know that, but the ED doctor said, and the cardiologist confirmed, that it is actually pretty common in athletes, because I don't know, we are like a special breed, we like to we like to push for the pain. Anyway, guys, just watch out for this virus. So what I've done this week, keeping my heart rate down, was mostly trying to not decondition, because I've worked honestly quite hard to get my running volume up, to get my cycling up, to get my swimming up, and especially running wise, I think I was pretty concerned that my calves would lose some of the strength, and I don't know, it's just so easy to get some overuse injury from running, that my main concern was for this not to happen. So I've tried to keep up a little bit of strength, lower body mostly, and I'm going to take you with me to show you how to train to keep your lower body condition, to improve and increase your running volume without getting injured. So as you probably know by now, I'm studying physio. I am soon to be done the last few months, guys. Cannot wait. So I just basically use all the things I'm learning at uni, all the things I'm doing in placement that I'm just transposing to myself, and I'm being my own little guinea pig. So I can see if that works. And next week I will just give you a little update and see how my running is going, my return to running. I just cannot wait, guys. Just go back into the shoes and run. But in the meantime, let's train. Today we are doing a renovation. We are going to transform our living room in a torture room. We are at Bunnings and we are going to buy some floor mat.
Yeah, I guess.
This.
Gym mat.
Yes, to put on the floor, and we are going to transform our living room. Let's do it.
No.
What are we doing? We are just turning in circle, trying to find the gym mat. How did we end up in the garden? Ale? Okay. Let's keep our focus. Maybe we can try to find someone. There's never anyone in Bunnings. Have you noticed? Never anyone. Look what we found. Woo! Let's go home. How do we fit those on the bike, Dave? That is going to be a funny story. That works.
It's thick, huh?
Let's do it.
Oh man, strong, Matty. You're strong. You don't only have a good cardio, you always have.
I've got big muscles.
You have big muscles as
I
well.
know.
All right.
With the home trainer and the bike, where I'm going to spend hours and hours this winter. And strength, because we are not neglecting strength anymore. So a squat cage, all the free weights, and of course our yoga mat, and the editing room. Okay guys, so I think one thing about me is that I hate working on my calves and lower leg, but running is very much the power we generate when we run is very much produced by our lower leg, especially our calves, not only, but I think the calves is really generally a muscle group that we tend to injure a lot as runners. So we are going to target our calves today. I'm going to start with some single leg bent knee calf raises, some single leg straight leg calf raises, and then double. But I do a lot of single leg thing because running is very much a single leg sport. By the way guys, have you noticed the living room transformation? The couch are gone, because who needs a couch when you can have your own gym at home and a space for your home trainer where you can just train more every day. Okay guys, let's get started. Okay guys, so single leg bent knee calf raises. So basically I just keep my knee bent the whole time and do a heel elevation. Okay, what I see a lot when I coach classes is people that tend to let their ankle roll out in this kind of exercise. So you just want to make sure that your big toe and your pinky are pressing down. So you're really pressing your whole forefoot down as you do this. Usually I do between 10 to 15 reps, and then I do a hold for 10 to 15 seconds. And honestly, that is enough. I do this 2 or 3 times, and that is enough for really to cook my calves. Bent knee, you will work deeper muscles, your soleus. I think I told you that in like a video maybe weeks or months ago. But yeah, that's why I do bent knee and straight leg, because you just target different muscles. So I think, yes, it's good if you do straight leg, but I think it's not enough because your soleus really generate power when you run. So we gotta get them strong. Whew. Another thing, guys, I'm going to do Muffing's body weight today only, but you can add weight at home if you need more weight. I'm just not technically meant to train, but I'm going to lose my mind if I don't. So body weight it is for me, but you can definitely do this with extra weight. Okay, on to the next. Single leg, but straight. Same thing, straight leg. So targeting more my gastroc, so the muscle in the calves, but the superficial one. Okay, onto another exercise that I absolutely love. You just need a resistance band if you're doing this at home, and something where you can attach it onto, maybe, I don't know, a door knob, or if you have a gym at home, you can put it around your squat cage. Otherwise, you just find a lunge, so it's like an isometric hold in your lunge, because you really want to go low and hold it. So you're actually working in your legs. And then I just find an active trunk rotation. So more oblique and core stability here. And I move really slow on the way back, and then I press forward. And as you can probably see, I'm moving really slow on the way back, so I try to control eccentrically and then press with a little bit more power. Okay, then I use another resistance band, lots of resistance bands, and just targeting my glute med and same core and obliques too. Tommy loves to be in my personal space. Cannot get a workout done without him. He's my personal cheerleader and coach, getting me motivated. Okay, so basically I just find the side plank, and then I just find some hip abduction. My socks are actually so slippery. Also, if you've got to remove your socks, you just got to throw them. No, don't store them, just throw them in the gym. That's a Mathilde special. So basically just finding a side plank with hip abduction. And because that's also a hard one, the option for this one, and the one that I usually do when I get tired but I want a little bit more on the glute med and a little bit less on the core, is just with one knee down. And same thing, finding a hip abduction. Okay, another muscle that I really like to target is your hamstrings. They are the back of your thigh, and same a common site for tendinopathy and tear. So one way I really like to work is with the Swiss ball, hands flat and just lifting the hips off and just sliding out, and then slide the ball back in. And if you want to add more core to this, you can reach your arms up. It makes it significantly harder. A lot on the hamstring, a lot on your core. Trying to keep the hips high is the hardest part. Oh my God, that burns. Enough. He just put his power on me. Imagine, guys, the frustration. It's been 2 weeks. I'm walking by my beautiful bike every day and I didn't even have a chance for a proper ride. Next week, guys, I'm going to film this first ride with my TT bike for you. I have to. And the last exercise I want to show you, I think another part that we really need to have strong when we run, even more like depending on the shoes you're wearing. Some shoes are really unstable, so I think even more so if you're wearing shoes that have a really high sole, like a really high heel to toe drop. Is that how you say that in English? Anyway. If you're wearing unstable shoes, those high shoes, the carbon plated shoes, you need to have strong and stable feet. So the way I like to do it is working again with resistance, and I put my toes on the block. But I don't support my arch, so really forcing my foot to strengthen through the arch muscles. Just finding this stability, because again, that's something you actually need a lot of when you run, and trying to find this oblique work again, not rotation, but more anti-rotation. So really trying to find this stability and work through my ankle feet stability here. How many times did I say the word stability, Dave? And then working on hip extensors, so your glutes, and also a little bit of hamstrings, a single leg glute bridge. I usually do those with much heavier weight, but I'm at home and I'm not meant to lift any weight. So just a little weight. A little bit of extra weight for this one. I think most of us can add some weight to this. The thing I'm trying to pay attention to is how my hips are lifting. I try to not dip my hip to the side, if that makes sense. So really trying to lift really in a straight line up to the ceiling and down without bringing the hips completely into a relaxed position and straight back up. And I do, again, to failure here. Tommy has enough of me working out. I must pay attention to him now. So same thing here, guys. I would do full range and then just a hold at the top. Okay, done. I finished with the other side, and that's it for today. Keeping it really gentle, but anything is better than nothing. The main thing I'm watching out is my heart rate to keep it low. But honestly, feeling much better. I'm back onto program next week. Very excited. I'm going to try out my new bike next week. Back into mostly zone 2 and building up some volume back up. 4 months to go, guys. I think this little break was, even if it was frustrating, it was probably the best thing for me. My body is rested. I am more hungry than ever for Barcelona. I just cannot wait to go back into training, see what this next vlog has for me, and building everything up for race day. If you have liked this video, guys, don't hesitate to give me a like. For Tommy too. Leave a comment and follow the channel. The best thing you can do for us as small creators and just starting is give feedback, what you want to see more, what you want to see less of, and just, yeah, connecting. Let's get to talk to each other and let's just build this little community up. I'm so grateful you guys are here and keeping me accountable on this journey to my first Ironman. It is a lot of highs, a lot of lows, but I know I can trust this process to race day. It is all going to be worth it in the end. I have the biggest confidence in that. Thank you so much, guys, for being here, and I'll see you next week.